Hello bachcho, let's see the question. The fetal ejection reflex in humans trigger the release of, and the options are A. Oxytocin from fetal pituitary. Option B is human chorionic gonadotropin from placenta. Option C is human placental lactogen from placenta. And option D is oxytocin from maternal pituitary. So very nice question. Now let's see what is fetal ejection reflex. So it is in short written as FER, and it is a neuroendocrine mechanism as it involves both the nervous system as well as the endocrine system. So it is a neuroendocrine mechanism where the fully developed fetus, so fetus and placenta, when they are fully developed at the end of gestation period, so they cause the mild contraction in uterus, in its myometrium, the middle layer of uterus. So mild contraction of uterus is caused by the fully developed fetus and placenta. Now these mild contraction, they act as signal and they stimulate the posterior lobe of pituitary, maternal pituitary. It means the mother's pituitary gland is stimulated to release the hormone oxytocin. Now this oxytocin, which is also known as the birth hormone, it now acts on the uterus, and due to this hormone there will be the strong contraction in uterus. Now these strong contraction in the uterus, they further act as a signal and they stimulate posterior lobe to release more oxytocin. Now this oxytocin, it acts on the uterus and it causes more strong contraction in the uterus, and in this way this pathway is repeated. It means the oxytocin is triggering the contraction and contraction of uterus is triggering the maternal pituitary. So they both act side by side, and ultimately the contractions are so vigorous that they cause the delivery of fetus from the mother's body, or the delivery of child, or the parturition. Now we can see here that during this whole mechanism, the maternal pituitary is releasing the oxytocin. So we can see the options now. The fetal ejection reflex in human triggers the release of which hormone? So oxytocin from fetal pituitary. So oxytocin is right, but fetal pituitary does not release oxytocin because the fetus is dependent on the mother's hormone, more or less. It is mother's gland. They are secreting the hormones for itself and for fetus also. So it is not the right one. Now human chorionic gonadotropin from placenta. So obviously placenta releases this hormone, but this is not responsible for the parturition. So it is not the right option. Human placental lactogen from placenta. So this hormone is not responsible for parturition. It causes the mammary glands growth in mothers. Now oxytocin from maternal pituitary. So here I have written that maternal pituitary release the oxytocin, which is responsible for childbirth. So during this whole mechanism, the maternal pituitary is releasing more and more oxytocin. So option D is the right answer. So all the best, bachcho.